Before pain arrives, you already built it a room. You gave it a chair. You fed it thoughts. You let it sit like an honored guest. And when the real wound touched you, you cried like life betrayed you twice. No, life hit you once. Your mind hit you first. Listen carefully. Most people do not lose sleep because of what happened. They lose sleep because of the movie they replay, decorating it with fear. A message not answered becomes rejection. A silence becomes hatred. A delay becomes disaster. The mind is a theater selling tickets to tragedies that never arrived. You are not weak because you feel pain. You become weak when you volunteer for pain before God has written that moment into your day. Faith is not pretending nothing hurts. Faith is refusing to worship fear. Do what is in your hands, then leave unseen to God. Tonight, stop rehearsing funerals for dreams breathing. Stop punishing yourself for talks that never happened. Stop bleeding where nobody touched you. Funny, isn't it? You survived, but thoughts ambush you in bed. Wake up. Pain deserves its moment, not your whole life. Feel it when it comes. Learn when it leaves. Do not bow twice. Here is the ugly truth nobody likes to touch. You keep calling it healing, but some nights you reopen the wound to check if it still obeys you. You replay the sentence, you replay the face, you replay when your chest became heavy, as if pain will give you a new answer if you torture it long enough. Listen. There is a difference between learning from pain and becoming loyal to it. Learning takes the lesson and walks away. Loyalty builds a shrine. You protect sadness like proof that what happened mattered. But pain is not your identity. It is a visitor. Brutal, yes, but still a visitor. The mind loves drama. It says, what if they come back? What if they never do? What if you are not enough? What if this is the end? Stop. Questions are not doors. They are traps. Put your hand on what is real. Your breath is real. This room is real. God's mercy is real. Tomorrow is not real yet. You are allowed to be hurt. You are allowed to be tired, but you are not allowed to let fear become your master. Do not suffer in advance for people who may never leave. Do not mourn a failure that has not happened. Do not bury yourself because your mind drew a grave. You think you are preparing for the worst, but sometimes you practice despair. Come back. Come back to this breath. Come back to what God placed in your hands now. Pray one prayer. Take one honest step. Not years, not the whole future. One step. When pain arrives, if it arrives, you face it standing. Not broken, not defeated, standing. Do not confuse peace with weakness. Peace is not smiling while your mind burns the house. Peace is discipline. Peace is telling imagination enough. Sit down. Be quiet. You do not rule me tonight. The future looks like a monster when you stare from a tired body. A small problem becomes a verdict. A delay becomes abandonment. One mistake becomes destiny. Fear needs no chains. It only needs your attention. Attention is worship in disguise. What you keep staring at becomes bigger. What you keep feeding becomes louder. What you rehearse becomes normal inside you. That is why calm feels suspicious. Calm feels like quiet before punishment. No, that is exhaustion speaking loudly. Learn the violence of stopping a thought before it grows teeth. No, I will not imagine betrayal tonight. No, I will not carry next month on my spine. No, I will not turn silence into a sentence against my soul. Some battles belong to their appointed hour. When that hour comes, God will give you breath for that hour, not before it, not in the fake courtroom your mind made. You keep asking for strength for future pain, then wonder why today feels empty. Strength is given for reality, not ghosts. When the thought returns, do not wrestle it like a hero. Name it. That is fear. That is memory. That is not prophecy. Let it pass without building it a throne. You can feel the storm without becoming the storm. You can hear the whisper without signing the contract. Come back to ground. Come back to your hands. Come back to water on your face, air in your lungs. One prayer. You are asked not to kneel when fear speaks. Stand up inside yourself. Not loudly, not for them, for you. For the soul God trusted you with. Imagine losing your life to things that never happened. No more. If pain comes, meet it once. If loss comes, grieve it once. If disappointment comes, learn. Tonight, do not open the door to shadows called tomorrow. Understand this. Not every thought deserves a trial. Some thoughts enter dressed like truth, but they are only tiredness with a deeper voice. You have been awake too long. You carried too much. You stared at one closed door until life looked locked. A tired soul turns whispers into verdicts. It hears silence and says, "They hate me." It feels failure and says, "I am finished." It sees a painful night and says, "This is my future." Dramatic mind, always painting the end before God finished the page. Be careful with stories you tell yourself when wounded. Pain is a bad narrator. Fear is a liar with confidence. Regret edits the past until good intentions look guilty. That is why you do not make permanent decisions in temporary darkness. Let the storm speak. Let your chest feel heavy. Let the tear come. You are human, not stone. But after the feeling rises, do not hand it the pen. Do not let sadness write your identity. Do not let one hard chapter rename the book. You say, "What if I cannot handle it?" Listen, you handled days you thought would break you. You walked through rooms with a crushed chest and still answered people. You smiled when your mind bled. You prayed with words almost falling apart. You are not as fragile as fear says. Fear sells weakness like luxury. It says, stay in bed, imagine disaster, call it protection. No, that's not protection. That is a cage with soft pillows. Get up from the imaginary funeral. Wash tomorrow's dust from your face. Stop attending tragedies before they exist. You owe reality attention. You owe your soul mercy. You owe God trust. One breath, one step, one honest action. That is all. Leave the unseen where it belongs, behind the curtain, in the hands of the one who sees more than you can fear. And if pain comes later, let it find you rested. Let it find you faithful. Let it find you standing, not destroyed by shadows. Because a wound can hurt once, but imagination can make a prison. Tonight, you are not solving life. You are returning to the present. You are taking back the room in your chest. You are telling fear you may knock, but you cannot live here. And listen to me now. The present is not boring. The present is where power hides. Fear keeps dragging you into tomorrow because tomorrow cannot defend itself. Tomorrow cannot say, I am not that monster. Tomorrow cannot correct your imagination. So your mind paints it black, then asks you to bow. But today can answer back. Today says, look at your hands. They still move. Look at your lungs. They still rise. Look at your heart. It is tired, yes, but it is not dead. You call yourself finished while breathing like evidence against your own lie. You keep waiting for a perfect sign before you stop panicking. No. Sometimes the sign is that you are still here after everything you thought would end you. Sometimes mercy does not arrive as thunder. Sometimes it arrives as another morning, another chance, another small ability to stand up. Do not make your mind a prophet of disaster. It is not holy because it is loud. It is not wisdom because it scares you. Some thoughts are just old wounds wearing a judge's coat. They point at you and say, guilty. Guilty for trusting. Guilty for loving. Guilty for failing. Guilty for being human. Enough. You are allowed to learn without hating yourself. You are allowed to remember without returning to the fire. You are allowed to protect your peace without becoming cruel. God knows the part of you that tried. God knows the words you swallowed. God knows the nights you did not tell anyone about. And still you sit there believing fear has the final speech. Fear is a bad lawyer. It argues with shadows. It shows fake evidence. It calls anxiety a witness. Then it asks for your whole life as payment. Do not pay. Do not pay with your sleep. Do not pay with your health. Do not pay with your prayer. Do not pay with the smile you might need tomorrow. The debt is false. The punishment is not from God. It is from a mind trained to expect pain before mercy. I know it feels safer to expect the worst. You think disappointment will hurt less if you meet it early. But it does not hurt less. It only hurts twice. Once in imagination, once in reality, if it even comes. And many times it never comes. You just grow older inside a storm that passed outside your window. Come back. Not dramatically, not with some heroic speech. Just come back. Drink water. Breathe. Sit straight. Wash your face. Walk away if you must. Pray if your chest is shaking. Do the real thing. The small thing. The thing fear hates because it proves you are not trapped. You do not defeat fear by screaming at it forever. You defeat it by refusing to organize your life around its lies. You let it speak, then you act according to truth. You let it knock, then you do not open. You let it show 10 endings, then choose one step, and when your mind says, "What if everything falls apart?" God remains. God remains. Not as decoration in a sentence. Not as a word you throw at fear so people think you are strong. No. As the ground beneath the ground. The one who saw you before they misunderstood you. The one who knew the wound before you had language for it. That is why you do not need to predict every disaster to feel safe. Safety is not knowing every door that might close. Safety is knowing you will not be abandoned when one closes. You keep asking, what if I lose? What if I break? What if I fall? And somehow you forget the question that saved you before. What if God carries me again? You survived things you once rehearsed as endings. Remember that. Not to worship pain, but to expose fear as a fraud. It promised death, and you are still breathing. It promised shame, and God still covered you. It promised emptiness, and here you are. Damaged, yes, but still able to hear truth. Do not let anxiety become your religion. Do not let fear decide what God can do. Do not put imagination above mercy. You are not seeing the full map. You are seeing one dark corner and calling it the whole world. Careful. A tired mind can insult hope and call it realism. Realism is not despair. Realism says life can hurt and God can heal. People can leave and you can still stand. Doors can close and provision can come from a place you did not calculate. Realism is not lying in bed choking on a future that has not touched you. Look at the performance fear gives you. The music, the lights, the tragic ending, the imaginary funeral. It deserves an award, really. But you do not have to clap. You do not have to sit in the audience of your own destruction. Leave the theater. Leave it. Walk out while the fake disaster is still talking. Walk out before it sells you another scene. Walk out before your body believes what your mind invented. I know. Sometimes it feels impossible. The chest tightens, the stomach drops, the room becomes smaller. You try to pray, but the words come broken. You try to sleep, but thoughts sit on your ribs. You whisper, "I cannot do this." Then do not do the whole life. Do this minute, this one. Breathe through this one. One breath is obedience when panic wants worship. One prayer is resistance when fear wants your tongue. One small step is rebellion against the lie that you are finished. Do not wait until you feel fearless to move. Fearless is not the price of movement. Faith moves with a shaking hand. Faith walks with wet eyes. Faith says, "I do not see the road, but I refuse to build a grave in my imagination." And please, stop calling your torture intelligence. Stop saying, "I just think deeply." No. Sometimes you are not thinking deeply. You are digging deeply. Digging into old pain. Digging into possible humiliation. Digging into tomorrow until you bury today alive. Deep enough, and even daylight looks like a threat. Come back to what is clean. Your next honest action. Your next prayer. Your next boundary. Your next glass of water. Your next silence, if speaking will make you bleed again. Real life is built in small, obedient steps, not in imaginary catastrophes. You are allowed to be afraid. Let no one shame you for trembling. Even brave people shake. Even strong people wake at night. Even faithful hearts sometimes whisper, "Why is this heavy?" But fear can sit in the room without the coming king. Pain can knock without receiving the keys. Do not hand over the keys. So when the thought comes, meet it at the door. Do not invite it in. Say, "I see you. You are fear. You are not command. You are not revelation. You are not God." Enough. Enough. Not tomorrow. Not after you understand every reason. Not after fear becomes polite. Enough now. Some prisons do not have bars. They have questions. What if? Why me? What next? Who will stay? Who will leave? And every question takes a chair around your chest until your breath has no place to sit. You are not made to carry imaginary funerals and a future that has not even opened its eyes. You are a servant of God, not a servant of every dark possibility. There is humility in admitting, "I do not know." There is power in saying, "I will do what is right now and leave what is hidden where it belongs." Fear hates that sentence. It wants details. It wants contracts. It wants proof that nobody will hurt you again. But life will not give you that contract. People will not give you that guarantee. Still, you must not become cruel just to feel protected. Let the wound teach boundaries, not paranoia. Let disappointment teach wisdom, not bitterness. Let the mistake teach humility, not self-hatred. Pain becomes poison when you refuse to let it finish its lesson. Look at today, not the monster your mind drew. Today, someone you can stop chasing, a prayer you can return to, a habit you can break. Do not underestimate small obedience. Do not wait for a giant miracle while ignoring one honest step. Get up. Move slowly if you must, but move. The body must learn that fear is not the driver. The mind must see evidence you are alive.